Hi, so this is my review of the Beeman P17, and just first off I want to let you guys know I started air gunning about 6 months or so ago, and I watched a lot of online reviews. I pieced together a lot of information to find out a lot of things about the gun, and the other things I kind of just learned on my own as I'm using it. So what I wanted to do was make a review that had all the things that I wanted to see if I was looking to buy it, and when you do get it, what are some of the first things you should do with it and how to maintain it. So basically this is for people if you're looking at it and or if you already have it and you just want to know how to maintain it and simple things like that. So I'll show you how to do a basic cleaning, I'll show you the parts of the gun, and hopefully this can help out prospective buyers as I was about 6 months ago into introducing you to what the Beeman P17 has to offer. Thanks. Okay, so the Beeman P17. First off, this is a single stroke pneumatic, so every time you shoot it you need to cock it and you need to load each pellet one by one. So if you're looking for a gun, a semi-automatic gun to shoot a lot and have fun with it like that, this is not the one. It's a very low power, about 410 feet per second, and the construction, it's a high grade polymer, so it's pretty tough. It doesn't feel cheap. And just to go over the gun, when you first get it, just do a cosmetic check, make sure there's no missing parts like that, just give it a look around. So the first thing here is the front sight and rear sight, and this is fixed, and the rear sight is adjustable for windage and elevation. And any simple flathead screwdriver, this screw here is for the elevation, this here on the side is for windage. And I also used paint markers to highlight the sights to see better. Get them from any hardware store. They look like this. And I just pick bright colors, if you want, so it's more, you can see them clearly, because sometimes when they're black it's kind of hard to see. Okay, and here's the automatic safety trigger, grip, and this here, it looks like a hammer, but it's actually what you use to open it. So when you first get your gun, this is what you should do before you shoot it, before you do anything. Pull this back and open the gun like this. So now you see the piston here, you see the air compression chamber, this is the breech, this is the barrel, and what you want to do is you want to make sure that the piston here is always lubricated, because in here there's a rubber O-ring that helps seal the chamber inside. So when you close it, the piston compresses air in here, and the air goes in here, and then it comes out here to shoot the pellet out, and that O-ring helps keep the air sealed. And if it's not lubricated, if you don't pay attention to it, it can cause a lot of friction, and it could wear out and you'll lose air pressure and you won't be able to shoot it. So the first thing, your supplies you need, white lithium grease, you can get it in any hardware store, a Q-tip, a 2mm Allen wrench, flathead we already discussed, and this is Craftsman Pelgon oil, which is used for pneumatic guns to help keep the seals going, so make sure they don't wear out that easily, helps keep them lubricated. I highly recommend it. Also I got this from Pyramid Air, and I looked at a lot of other gun sites, and they're by far the best one. They have the most products available, and they respond to your emails very quickly, so I highly recommend you check them out. So the first thing you do is on the edge of the pistol right here, there's a screw, and you get your Allen wrench and you loosen it. And I pre-loosened it just so I can do this pretty fast. So it might be a little hard for you to do. So once you take that out, then here there's a pin that goes through the case here through the piston. So what I do is I get the Allen wrench and I just push the pin through. And when you first got out of the factory, it may be harder to do that. Just be aware of that. Here's a pin. So now the piston, you can take it out. And here's the O-ring I told you about, rubber O-ring that goes around. And I heard some people, to get a tighter seal, is they take out the O-ring. It's like a rubber band. I use this, but you can use any sharp object to pick it out like that. Just make sure you don't damage it really. And once you take it out, you can use Teflon tape, and it's really thin. You just fold it in half and put it inside there, and then put the O-ring back on, and then put it back in here. Just do a trial by error to see if it fits. The first time I did it, I put too much, it didn't fit, so I had to take some out and I tried it again. So that's optional. If you want to try to get a tighter seal, you don't have to do it, but if you want to, you can try to do that. That's one thing you can do. And then also, when you first get it, when you first do this, there's a hole on the bottom right here inside the chamber that is it's like the air intake, and sometimes at the factory they didn't machine it correctly and it could be a little rough. So you just want to get low grade sandpaper and sand this little hole down to make sure it's smooth so it doesn't cause friction against your O-ring. So to apply the white lithium grease, you just put a little bit, you put some on the Q-tip. I did this already, so I'm not gonna do too much, but you just apply it like this. Just give it one coat all around to keep it nice lubricated, and put some on the O-ring. And this you should do periodically. It just depends how many times you shoot your gun. Just do a like eyeball check. If there's no grease on there, put some. So once you do that, and you check the hole in here that it's smooth, you can put this back in here. And when you're putting it back, make sure this hole aligns with the hole here, because you're gonna push the pin back in. So just make sure these are both facing up. So it's aligned there. And you just slide the pin back in. Pin is in. Oh man, before you put the pin in, make sure you put the screw back on, because it's really hard. Now before you put the pin in, put the screw back on here, because it's very hard to do it when it's closed. And just do about one or two twists to make sure it's on, or else the pin won't go through. So just put about two twists to it. Put the pin back in. Okay, the pin is in, and now you just tighten this. So once that's tightened, I can tighten it all the way just for time purposes. Close your gun, and when you close it, if you hear a hiss, that means air is leaking. So go over the process again. Maybe you add more Teflon tape, and if you do that, open it. Oh, I need to fire it. Here's the safety. It locks automatically, so I'm gonna dry fire it. Open it again. Repeat the process, and then close it. And if you still hear a hiss, you probably have a leak in the O-ring down here, and you need to open it and replace it. I'm going to do that right now because it's very painstaking, but maybe in another video I'll show how to do that. Safety. And just quick to go over, if you want to clean it, you can use this product here. It's a silicone gun cloth, and it just helps keep the finish nice. It helps keep the gun looking good. You just do a quick wipe like that. And this should be kept clean also. If it has mud or dirt, don't use this. This should be kept just kind of like as a polish. And the gun also has a 11mm dovetail rail here for accessories. I put a sight on here. It didn't work very well because you have to hold the gun very close to your face and it's awkward. So it's best to probably put a red dot sight here. Okay, so that covers all of the maintenance, things like that I wanted to talk about. So next we're going to go into the garage, and I'm going to do a shooting test to show you how the accuracy is. I'm going to show you how to open it and close it properly, and I'm going to show you how to load a pellet. Alright, so let's continue in the garage. Okay, welcome to the garage. So first off, I just want to show you some stuff. If you want to get into air gunning and you have different guns, or you're trying to get more pellets, it's good to keep all your stuff in one place. So what I did, I got this toolbox, and I just keep the pellets I use in here, screwdrivers for windage elevation, safety glasses, extra targets Allen wrenches, things like that. So if I want to go shooting, I want to go to my friend's house or do whatever, I have everything I need in one place. It's pretty good to have that. And also a case like this. If you don't want to have your gun laying around your house and just, you know, it could break or just doing things like that. So have a case for it. This, you know, it has the foam, keeps it away, keeps moisture away, it keeps it nice and secure. So just look into some of those things when you're using your gun. And also one other level of that is this gun sock here. Any store with sells air guns has it. Just another layer. So it's how to open it properly. As I showed you before, you pull this back and you open it. And the best way I found to close it is to have the grip in your left hand, and with the open palm, put it on this side, and make sure not to touch the rear sight when you do that. You don't want to grab it like this, because you'll mess up the rear sight and your sights will be off. So grab like this with your left hand, open palm, place right here, and when you're closing it, don't just slam it. As you're getting closer, grab it with your fingers right here and close it slowly. So you have more control. You don't have to slam it. You know, you'll cause less damage to it. And it's not loaded, so I'm gonna dry fire it and show you again. So pull this back, open, and you may have to use your thigh a little bit for power, but don't put it too close to your body because your shirt will get stuck in there. You know, that's happened many times. So open palm here, when you here, grab with your fingers, close it. So now how to load a pellet. For this test, I will be using RWS Diabolo Basic, which is a wad cutter 7 grain. And open your gun. And the best way I found is to hold it vertically like this. You get your pellet, and with the pellet facing down, the front is facing down, you just load it into the barrel right here. And once it's in, don't just put it in, push it all the way in to make sure it's seated well. So open it, hold it vertically like this, unload the pellet down, and then close it like this. And now we're ready for the firing test. Okay, so now for the shooting test, I'll be shooting at the pellet trap right there, roughly about 10 feet away. So I'm gonna do 5 quick shots just to show you how accurate it can be. Safety's off. I'm ready to go with shot number 1. And last shot. So it's very close range, but just to show you how accurate it can be, this is my grouping right here. So of course the sights are off, but that was my first one on the right, and look at the one on the left, all close together. And it's, you know, 10 feet, anyone can do this, but just to show you, me, an inexperienced shooter, can get a grouping like that. So very accurate, very easy to use, very simple, and just overall good gun. So in conclusion, Beeman P17, I highly recommend it if you want to get into air gunning, if you're just checking it out. It's, as you can see, very accurate, very easy to use, very simple. Maintenance is very easy, and I hope, you know, this video helped you out if you're looking to purchase it, or if you have it already and you need to look at other stuff like maintenance and things like that. So there's my review. Thanks.